Hello, you, my friend, are a piece of work. And I mean that in the most kind way. Here's how I'm seeing it. Do you feel like right now she's not listening? She's really not listening to you, and you're just fighting all the time in these cyclical fights. You go on and on after you come home from work, and it's just depleting. And then you go to work and you seem to find a little grace and find it a little bit relaxing there because it's not the same fight there or the same struggle. What about she complains about everything that you're doing and not enough time spent with the kids? What about that? Does she complain about your finances and it's not enough? You're not bringing in enough, but yet you're working 14 hours like a dog. You're tired, you're exhausted, but you've got kids and you've got to put help with the finances to put food on the table. What about the recognition that you're not getting at work for everything that you're doing because you're busting your butt trying to get it done? Are you ready to give up? Are you just on the edge of just absolute anger? And every night you come home and you twist that cap off a bottle just to feel, because you're just so stuck and not sure what to do. Let me tell you something. In my career, it has been a bit of an issue because the struggle that I used to have, that I thought I had, was the long hours meant that I spent time bringing in money so that I could bring it home for my wife and kids, and that meant that I was actively participating, helping, pitching in. But what I found was the resentment that built not only between my wife and I, but the resentment built with myself, like just myself. And for me, what that was the issue I had not being there for the moments that mattered the most with my kids. And it was also moments that my dad had not spent with me. So it was coming through in patterns that I was recognizing within my own behavior, and was angry as hell because my dad injured his back quite early, before I was born. And that meant that there were things that he had to put off, he couldn't do very long, or he couldn't do it all. So there were parts of my childhood that I really wish that he could have been a part of, but he had to look after himself because he had injured himself. And God only knows that he was resentful about that too, and how that came out with us is yet to be discovered. So picking that pattern out in my own behavior, also seeing my own resentment of not being able to be there with my kids because I was away. I was away making the income. Made me angry. What made her angry, what made my wife angry was, I'm not home enough for the kids. I can't take the breaks that I want. I want you to be more a part of our family, but you're never here. But not only that, she didn't feel like I was there enough for her. And that, man, that hurt. That hurt. It meant that I needed to make some changes. It meant that whatever I was doing was, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, and I had to change. And I got to change. And what I did was I started to see that there were things that I could do where I could be around the house more and still put in the time that it took to bring in enough money and more to have a better lifestyle. And we can, but we're so focused with the horse blinders on because we're angry and we can't get into that other part of our brain as men to be able to see that we're capable of so much more if we put our mind to it. We're so busy creating that critical thought. Sometimes we're not. We're on autopilot at work. And it's meant for our kids and our wives at home. We're expending the energy outside of the very circle that needs it from us. Now, some might argue that that is part of the societal thing. That is part of the plan that has been the archetype, the design to keep parents outside, disconnected, whatever it is. Whatever it is. The thing is, us men, we need to take responsibility. We got to take responsibility, and we get to take responsibility for the things that we know we've got to do. And that is be there for our kids, to see them walk, to see our babies walk for the first time, to see our toddlers have moments where they're talking in full sentences, to hear first words from our kids, to get them riding bikes, to get the training wheels off. Those moments are being missed, aren't they? So it's time to reel it in. It's time to see that you're capable of so much more, and we're not affording ourselves the time to be able to do it. I can show you how to do all of that. I can show you how awesome you really are already and how much better you can get. But you need to make the effort right now to connect with me so that I can get you there. I want to get you there, but the only person preventing you from getting there is you, because you won't connect. I can show you that connection piece that you need to be able to get to a point with your wife in your relationship that she sees you, that she listens to you, that she wants to do things, that show you how to lead, show you what date night looks like again. And you're probably going, I haven't seen one of those in years. Yeah, I can show you how to get back to that. Contact me at below. Send me a message. You can contact me on Instagram at Valiant Wellness. You can also send me a message here. I can figure out how to do a private message with you. And I'll also send you my website, www.thevaliantlifestyle.com. Let's connect, man. Let's do this.